name is Alicia. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you guys. I have sort of like a new setup, so hopefully everything's translating really well. Sound, my focus is good, hopefully. I'm so excited to have you guys back here again. Let's get right into the video. Okay, so today what I'm going to be talking about is the successful savings challenge that I did for the month of February. As you can see on either here or somewhere, I'll put it on the screen. So in the month of February, I set out, me and my best friend, we set out to save $400 in February just to prove to ourselves that we could do the damn thing. And we were able to do it. So I'm really, really happy to report that we were able to do that. And we celebrated in a very grand way, I must say. It was really exciting for us. So I'm making this video because I want to keep up this momentum. I'm so excited and I want the next one to have a true purpose. So if you were doing this along with us, maybe you must have set some kind of budget for yourself. I don't know what that is, whatever that is for you. And if you were able to smash that, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. You just proved to yourself, number one, yes, you are able to save money. Number two, you are able to hold the energy of money, which is super important. So the next part, or the next sort of exercise that we're going to do is we're going to set another budget for the month of March. Again, it's totally up to you, and it's up to what your financial circumstance allows you to do, however much you're able to save. So I'm going to stick within the range of $400 to $500. And the purpose that we're going to be giving this money is we're going to start building our emergency fund. The reason why we're doing this is because it's so important for you to have the confidence and freedom that your emergency fund gives you. Let me explain. No matter what scenario, situation that you're in, no matter what life may throw at you or whatever may be going on in your life, because you know that you have something to fall back on, it gives you a solid foundation for your life. It gives you the confidence to go for things that maybe you otherwise wouldn't because you're financially not stable, you don't have financial security. I believe that having at least 3 to 6 months, I'm sure if you guys are interested in finances, you've probably heard this across the board, and it's the truth. But one thing that I want to stress, and I feel like people don't talk about this, is you are providing yourself the financial stability and security that you didn't have when you were younger. Let me go deeper on that. One of my personal financial insecurities was not being financially secure. I didn't feel stable financially. I didn't feel secure financially. I didn't know how to hold money and the energy of money properly. And that was just the reality that I was living in at the time until, I became aware of these things. So when I think back and I say, my 15-year-old self so desperately wanted to, live a different life and travel and feel like I wasn't broke. And I know 15 is really young, but it was just the financial reality that I had at the time. And so when I think now as adult Alicia, I work, I have my own place. I have the opportunity to provide for myself as the adult Alicia and that 15-year-old that's still a part of me, that security that I never had. Not only that, but you are healing sort of your money, your financial trauma, your financial wounds, because you're providing the thing that may have triggered your financial insecurity, may have triggered your financial story. You're giving that to yourself now. I think it's so important that you take responsibility for the lack that you didn't have or the things that you didn't receive as a child. Now, this is a double-edged sword. Let me stop for a second. It's a double-edged sword because Sometimes you can indulge yourself too much because you're trying to give yourself all the things that you were never able to receive, and sometimes you don't. So you have to sort of find a middle and a balance in the middle. So the reason why I think it's so important for you to have an emergency fund at least 3 to 6 months is because it gives you that financial stability and security. Whatever happens to you, whatever life throws at you, you can overcome it, and you don't have to worry about, oh my God, I gotta go open a line of credit. Oh my God, I have to max out my credit card in order to do this and that and whatever it may be. You feel more stable and solid. And honestly, the confidence, truly, I feel like the confidence that that's going to give you walking throughout life, knowing how financially secure you are, is going to open up so many new opportunities for you because you're changing your energy, right? You're opening yourself up saying, I'm no longer scared. I'm no longer living in scarcity. I'm no longer living in lack. I'm no longer ashamed of not having money in my bank account. I'm no longer scared to go out with friends and not being able to pay for my own food or whatever it may be. And I'm speaking for experience because these are things that I've felt within myself and they're things that I'm actively healing. So I want to give that part of me when I was growing up, that girl that was scared to go out with her friends because she couldn't afford food or I couldn't afford to buy certain things, and I didn't have money in my bank account, or I would look at my bank account and it was at zero and I had only a few cents or maybe $1 or $5. So I want to give that security to my younger self. I want to tell her, I've got you. I can take care of you. And now you are free to go into the world and reject opportunities that don't align with you, or walk away from situations that no longer serve you, because you're financially secure, you're taken care of, and everything's going to work out no matter what. In general, it does, but I think we have a responsibility to ourselves to give us that kind of life, so that we have all these options. And so when things come up and life gives us these blessings, then you're able to freely and openly accept it and go with the flow. Okay, so now that I've talked about the deeper meaning behind why it's so important to have an emergency fund, some people may agree and some people may not agree. Personally, for me, I think it's something that I must do for me and for that little girl that so desperately wanted to live the life that I'm currently living right now. So it's my duty to keep going and to provide this place and environment and this journey, the things that I lacked. That's all I'll say to that. Okay, so let me reel it in and go back to numbers. So my personal one that I'm doing is between $400 to $500. If I hit 500, I'll be so incredibly happy. If not, that's totally fine too. Do whatever works for your budget, okay? Don't try to squeeze yourself and put yourself in a situation that doesn't work well for you. So what you're gonna do is you are going to write down all your basic necessities. So if you pay rent, if you take care of food, gas, transportation, bills like your internet and your phone and your insurance, whatever that is for you, write it all down. By now, you should already have an idea of what your budget looks like. I have a free budget template in the description below for you if you're interested. So write it all down and put it down, and write down exactly how much it costs you every month for your rent. How much does it cost you every month for your food? How much does it cost you every month for gas? Whatever that is, write it all down. Now you're gonna have an idea of, this is how much I need to survive on a monthly basis. This is my baseline, okay? And how you're going to sort of chip away and use this savings challenge to allocate it to your emergency fund is either through cash stuffing. You guys have probably heard it. If you're interested in finances and budgeting, you've probably come across this term. It's called cash stuffing. Or you can get, it is cash stuffing, both of them. You can either get a box of envelopes. That's how I remember when I first came across cash stuffing. At that time, I didn't have money to buy a money binder, so I went to the dollar store. I got a box of envelopes, And then I wrote on each envelope, okay, rent, phone bill, food, whatever it is. So you can do it that way, the super old-fashioned way. Get a box of envelopes, write the category on it, and you're gonna stuff your cash in there. Or you can get a money binder. The reason why I'm highly suggesting you do it this way, the traditional way, is because we live in a world where everything's just tap and go, tap and go, tap and go. And we don't realize how much we're actually spending when we're tapping like that. Guilty, because I used to do this before. And even at my work, when I watch people tap, I'm like, sometimes the amount that like we're charging, it's more than their tap limit. So they have to insert their card, and multiple times, not once or twice or three times, multiple people have not even remembered their PIN, their password for their card. And that blows my mind, because it's like, well, how could you not know your password, you know? Like, so I've disabled my tap option for me, because again, I know myself, I know I'm prone to tapping, so I just disable it. And because I have to put my card in and physically put in the numbers, I'm more aware of like how I'm spending my money. So I'd rather have cash on hand on me. It, to me, feels more painful to spend cash than to use my card. You know what I mean? Because I'm just like, I don't want to spend it. I have this much already. And that's kind of like money guarding. But at the same time, I don't mind having that little bit of money guarding, because it helps me stay on track with my goals. I have goals, I have things I want to achieve. And so I don't mind guarding my money in that sense. So get your money in cash once you have the allocated amount. And what you're going to do is, instead of trying to like chuck down a big number of like whatever your total is, I want you to do it by category. Okay, let's say you spend $60 on gas. So you're going to put $60 towards gas. That means for 1 month, you have now put away $60. You're secure for 1 month of gas payments. And that doesn't mean use it for your next month. We're just building it up for 3 to 6 months, okay? And I find that's a little bit easier than trying to like put money down for a big number. I don't know, that's just how my brain works. I feel like I'm really getting along. If you like putting a large sum of money for a bigger number, do that. I like seeing the little categories and working up towards like the whole number. I'm going to leave a different PDF for the savings below. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that, because I want you guys to be more actively involved in your finances. I want you to be nosy about your finances. I want you to be in the know so that you can actively participate, and the more you do, the more confident you feel about your finances, the less scared you are to open your bank account, the more you feel in control of your life, and you feel confident, you feel like you're actually moving forward, you don't feel stagnant. And when you see that all the money piling up, you're like, girl, it feels good to it feels good to have it. So I hope you guys will join me in this journey. I'm so excited to do it. As of now, I did allocate a good amount of my savings into my first month in certain categories. So I have certain categories already done. The first month is done, and I'm so happy. I was so excited just putting the money in my cash bag. So excited. So one more thing that I want to mention too is, once we, or at least for me and you, have gone together all of your first month's emergency fund, you want to put that in the bank. And I'm going to go into a little bit more detail, and I think it's important for you guys to probably set it up now. Put at least, I don't know, maybe $100 from the February savings challenge into the account. And it's called a, I think it's a compounding savings account. Anyways, it's an account where you accumulate interest over time. So the longer you leave money in that account, you kind of get more interest, and you get a little bit more money back for having money in that account. And the reason why I'm saying this, and I think it's important to have it, is because once we start putting our emergency fund into this account, number one, you're not allowed to touch the account unless it's literally like an emergency. You know what I mean? You're not allowed to touch the account. And number two, while the money sits in there, it's also building more money. Granted, it's not going to be like a huge sum of money, but at least you are compounding and building interest and getting more money on top of the money that you're already saving. So that way, when you reach 6 months, you can know that, okay, my money's just, it's there, like that's my emergency fund, but it's also going to accumulate more money while it's sitting in the account. So open one of those accounts, put $100 in it just to start, and once you have finished building your first month of emergency fund, we're going to put all that cash into that account. I'm so excited. I have such big plans for us, for me, and for you guys. If you are going to follow along, honestly, I think let this year, by the end of this year, because it's what, March now? By the end of this year, we're going to come so far in our financial journey that I'm just really excited, and I want us to celebrate really big and just be proud of ourselves and, like, you know, coming into your own, coming into your big girl energy, whatever you want to call it. And I just think the confidence that this is going to give us, it's going to be unmatched, like bigger than anything that you could take or have to give you confidence. I feel like financial security as women allows us to play even more in our feminine energy because we feel safe. We feel safe in our lives. We feel safe with ourselves because we've been able to provide ourselves something that is a beautiful cushion, that anything that can happen in our lives, we're set. We don't need to scream and, you know, not that it's bad to ask for help, but sometimes you just don't. Sometimes there's certain things you don't want to talk about and make open out there. And yeah, I'm just so excited. I can talk about this all day and forever, and I've had multiple conversations with myself and with God about this, and I'm so excited for me. I'm so excited for you. So March challenge between $400 to $500. That's my personal goal. I hope you make a personal goal for yourself as well this March so that we can start building our emergency fund. I'm so excited. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so happy that you watched till the end. If you did get this far, please leave me a comment below saying let's go March challenge or March 2025. I'm just so excited to see who else is wanting to participate in this challenge with me and to build a beautiful emergency fund that is going to give you so much confidence. It's going to help you heal a lot of your financial insecurities, and let's go into 2026 set and ready. Okay, thank you so much again for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao.